Understand this about the one golden rule. We do not let the child be harmed. It is the golden rule for us, not just because the following of it by all of us results in a heaven of some idiosyncratic form or other for us, which in itself is plenty, but also, and I want you to really feel the essential weight of this, it is a benchmark that can be achieved by anyone. Yes? You grasp the importance of that, yes? It's all very well us having various individuals standing up throughout our history and saying, here is the way, and then presenting a model for a way of being in which the benchmark is so high it is only achievable by a small handful of individuals who manage to apply themselves with extraordinary commitment. But doesn't humanity need a way that is achievable by humanity, by all of it? My usefulness here is entirely dependent on my being able to deliver something that actually is useful to each and every one of us. Not a small group of authority figures who think they can tell us what we should agree with and what we should not agree with. Existence does not work that way. Every being is inherently sovereign unto itself. Every self-aware system is inherently sovereign unto itself. Each and every one of you is sovereign unto yourself. You, on your terms, can easily embody the one principle that the child is not to be harmed. And we are all the child. It's not rocket science. It's not some impossible thing. And there can be no punishment for getting it wrong, because that would be harming the child. The benchmark is hard and pure, but it is not high. We can all do it together. Us all not letting the child be harmed is all we need to do. Whatever idiosyncratic beauty is emergent from that will be gloriously beautiful and delightfully, idiosyncratically surprising. It's your one instruction if you desire coherency. The child is not to be harmed. Other than that, you are free to play as you please. We all want the kind of superpowers that we classically see in superhero stories or associate with ascension. We can imagine them. Why shouldn't we have them? Real life is far more superpowered than any of those stories. You need to stop, pause for a good while and pay attention to yourself. Listen in, take your time, see what unfolds, see what connections you can see threaded through your life when you take the time to really look with sincere honesty. See what begins to unfold when you pause and give sincere attention to you and your life, the life you have lived and the life you are living now. What are the idiosyncratic, unique to you details of your life right now telling you, listen, this is your situation. It is yours in that it belongs to you. It literally belongs to you. You are literally, functionally here to own it. Whatever situation you're in, that situation is your possession. It is your sole possession throughout eternity. Your situation at any and every given moment is your one possession. So you must make of it what you will. Know that you are the one I am, and be purely honest with you. Be kind with you. Be willing to laugh with you. And make of your situation, your sole possession, what you will. And do not let the child be harmed. If you want your superpowers and your heaven on earth, what you do is you sort yourself out. Yes? That is truly your primary focus. Coherency comes from that direction. And from there you proceed, knowing that not letting the child be harmed on whatever terms make sense to you is always of the utmost importance. And knowing that you yourself are the child that is most directly in your care. Think about it. If you are willing to sacrifice yourself, then of course you will be willing to sacrifice another. You must matter to you. When and how will anybody else matter to you before you matter to yourself? Tend to yourself. You are the holy innocent child. Feel what it is that you most long for in any moment and allow that you have this longing. That is how one is kind to a child. We allow that they feel and desire as they do. Only in allowing that you have the desires that you have, may you be kind and honest with yourself. And this leads naturally to laughter. Does this mean that you will instantly see your desires manifested? No. But it will pave the way. You will get there, and the path will be 100% yours. Your idiosyncratic path is your prize possession, because it is your only possession. Your path, your immediate situation, every single infinitesimal now moment, yours, your one sole possession in all eternity. It is yours and yours alone. It belongs to you. It is yours to do with as you will. Learn to be kind to you and your desires. Learn to be honest with you, about you and your desires. And then laugh. Then you may look around you and see all of the children you are surrounded by. Not letting the child be harmed, it is a hard and pure benchmark, but it is not high. Anybody really can reach it very easily. do it for yourself, on your terms. Be kind, be honest, be willing to laugh, regardless of those who are not doing this, and in playful collaboration with those who are also doing it for themselves. Imagine you being your full idiosyncratic self and all of the people around you doing the same, while nobody lets the child be harmed. You can see, yes, the potential there for great idiosyncratic delight and continual surprise. Idiosyncrasy is a most marvellous and beautiful thing. Embrace your idiosyncrasy, because it is yours. It is your situation to do with as you will. In the same way that the culture of lies takes over all living, dynamic systems that fall under its influence, so too does a culture of truth and guardianship of the child permeate all the dynamic systems within society, naturally and spontaneously. We are so used to how the culture of lies runs things here that we find it almost impossible to imagine a transition to truth in which all of the systems of infrastructure we are used to do not crumble and fail catastrophically. But it's simple. Of course it's simple. When any dynamic living system or subsystem awakens from incoherency based on lies to coherent truth, that dynamic system, whether it be a human individual or a corporation, what it is awakening to is the simple fact that it is sovereign unto itself. It is a fact that this is how nature works and can only work. Just as the various subsystems within the human body are each sovereign unto themselves, so too is any department within an organization or corporation sovereign unto itself, when that organization is coherent. A coherent human being regulates their self, because a coherent human being recognizes itself as sovereign unto itself. A coherent department in a business organization regulates itself, because a coherent department in a coherent business organization recognizes itself as sovereign unto itself. The reason this does not devolve into a chaotic dissolution of the organization is because all of the coherent parts of that organization are coherent and recognize that the healthy operation of the organization is as much dependent on their own healthy operation as they are dependent on its healthy operation. Imagine, for example, a news service that actually became coherent. Each department within that news service would regulate itself, would be sovereign unto itself, just as each individual within each department would regulate themselves, would be sovereign unto themselves. And the results of this would become more and more coherent with each subsequent iteration. This is how nature works. This is how existence works. Any system of lies that seeks to mimic the functioning of reality, for the simple reason that it does not actually know how reality works, can only become a shoddy imitation of reality, one that ultimately proves to be unsustainable. The name we have for this kind of system is cancer. Cancer is not a pleasant phenomenon. because it eats the very system it depends upon for its own life, until there is nothing left to eat but itself. The mistake of cancer is not that it declares itself sovereign unto itself. The mistake cancer makes is that it declares itself sovereign unto the entire system upon which it actually depends. Our transition from the culture of lies to coherent, healthy, naturally functioning truth starts with the individual cells, the individual human beings becoming healthy and coherent to themselves. You, as individuals, must come to your full recognition that you are sovereign unto yourself, before the communities you live in and the businesses you work in can become sovereign unto themselves. This is the direction in which this change naturally occurs. The human individual is sovereign unto their self. The romantic pairing is sovereign unto itself. The family is sovereign unto itself. The community is sovereign unto itself. The county is sovereign unto itself. The country is sovereign unto itself. The continent is sovereign unto itself. The human race is sovereign unto itself. It's not difficult at all. It is the actual truth of the matter. We are just not used to recognizing the truth of the matter. We are just not used to recognizing the truth of the matter. Yes, our transition from lie culture to coherency based in truth is likely to be filled with the stumblings of children learning to walk. That's all right. It's all right.